have a dream.
We choose to go to the moon.
And there's cities to be built, and there's a world to be helped.
I regard myself as a soldier.
We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight.
From where the zipper ends, round under my, back to my bunghole, down where your nuts hang.
I guess all of you would say this about your mother.
Welcome to History Squirt. I'm Ron Thompson.
And I'm Jason.
What have we got this week, big fella?
We're going to do the Iliad.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I see.
In the attempt to link to the Odyssey.
Or maybe I should change the order of the episodes so this comes out sooner.
Possibly.
Yeah. Okay.
Can I point out this 1/possibly 2 podcast, depending on how quickly we get through this, is the most painful nonsense I've ever read in my life. And I can't fucking trying to get your head around it is fucking a nightmare. And try and figure out what you've been told as a child. Like, I thought I knew this, but clearly I do not know anything. Clearly my mind has been corrupted by too much of Hollywood and random stories, because it's not anything like I thought it was.
Do you know what I was thinking about the other day with the Odyssey is how it's just how fucking lazy the naming is. The story's called The Odyssey. And then you're just like, the main character, his name's Odysseus. You've got a book that is called The Adventure. And you're like, what's the main character's name? Oh, fucking, I don't know, like Adventurous. That'll do. Just fucking call him whatever.
It's probably something to that. That's probably where the word fucking comes from. Like, just his name has become
Odysseus.
Like a...
The Odyssey, yeah, maybe.
It's like, throwing a Ron, just for one of them. All right, so attributed to Homer, not Simpson, the other guy.
Yes, one name like Cher, and who else has got one name?
Okay, but just to clarify, he's not supposedly the creator.
Oh, he's not?
Well, he's the writer, is the argument.
Oh, okay, like a TV series created by so-and-so, written by someone else.
Well, no, it seems more like he wrote it probably around 7th, 8th century BC.
Okay.
But the story is actually 400 years older than that.
Is how older? How much older?
400 years older
400
than that.
400 years.
Yes.
Damn. Okay. Yeah.
And that he's kind of writing down he's writing down this song or this ballad. Like, he's the one that writes it down but it's been going for 400 years. It's like this song performance
is it a song?
play. Yeah, that's what they reckon.
Oh. Okay.
So they reckon it was kind of a song ballad sort of performance-y thing. So you sort of perform the Odyssey.
Things before, because this is meant to, is it like the first written story? Is that,
yes.
Or is that Beowulf? What about Beowulf? Isn't that old as shit?
Well, see, this is where it comes from. Like, do you count when it's written down, or do you count when it, like, how old do you reckon the story actually is? Beowulf's not that old.
Isn't it? Oh, that was
I just
old.
It's
old
not that old.
Story.
It's not that old.
Why is it so famous then?
Because it's just the one that survived, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. So this is basically the first written story that we have a record of?
We got a record of, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Okay. So they found a scroll or something with this written on it.
No, it's been passed down. It has literally been passed down word for word from what we gather.
I see.
But here's the thing, right? Okay, we'll get to that in a minute. What you think is the story and what the Iliad actually says is kind of two different things.
Okay.
So like we said, we're saying it's about 400 years. The termus antis quintum says that the Iliad has to be written at least by 630 BC. So at 630 BC, it's being it's distributed everywhere.
Okay. Yeah. Were guys selling it like the big issue? Is that sort of how it got? Like there was like a bunch of sort of, I guess, sort of or down on their luck fellows selling the Iliad. Is that how it got around? Well, I don't know. Yeah, to make money because they didn't have finance jobs.
Well, yeah.
Do you know what the big issue is?
What?
It's like a charity magazine or whatever. If I was down on my luck and I was looking for a job, I could buy them off the big issue and I sell them on the street.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all. It's probably a bit of a cruel
That's what
joke,
you're doing.
actually. It's probably very offensive, and I apologize.
That's it. That's what you got.
Yeah.
All right. So we got, here we go. The oldest manuscript we got is actually from the 10th century AD. So we got like a full version that's technically 1,000 years old.
Okay.
That's not copied, if that makes sense.
What do you mean it's not copied?
Well, like
It's not the original, but it's not copied.
yeah, it's not the original, but it's the oldest. Like it's one of the oldest copies that we've like, full
Versions.
copies we've got. Yes, the full
Yeah.
versions.
Yeah. Like if you had like a second edition Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone.
Yeah, but me writing it down, me getting a version and looking at like a 600 AD version, then writing it down in like 1200 AD. Technically, that version was written in 12. Like we've got a version that's 1,000 years old, original.
Yeah,
like, from then.
Well, not original.
Well, not original,
but original. Yes. But yeah, no, I sort of vaguely understand how time works. So yeah.
Apparently, there was explanatory notes. So there was notes. In this book, in this 10th century AD book, there are explanatory notes from excerpts of lost works from other Dimidus, Herena, and Nicanor. Nah, probably fucked that completely.
Just clarify that last one. Nicanor? Nicanor?
Nicanor. I'm going to go with Nicanor.
Okay.
Nicanor.
I see. Yeah.
All right, so all it's saying is like he had that 10th century version has notes that he's pulled from other works that are now lost to us on the explanation.
Why has it got notes? Like he's like saying, he thinks this part came from this other part. Like, why would you have notes from other stories?
Because you have all these different versions and people have been writing about it and all this sort of stuff for so long that like we can trace it back, but there's all these little like streams. So he's saying that this version from the 10th century AD actually has notes that some historian 1,000 years ago had other books and was using them to write these notes. But those books that he had are gone. We don't have them anymore.
I see.
And they were original Greek writers.
Okay, so just like his little notes in the margins he was writing in this. Yeah,
but they're based on things that he's read from other books. That's from.
I see. I just thought, okay, this is what I thought that you were saying was, so he's got this, he's written it down, he's written the Iliad, and then he's just copied other little bits of like these other books into like the corners, like Psychopath or whatever, like but not like unrelated. But you're saying like he's taking notes from these other books with it, I don't know, matching it up or something.
Which is like explaining what's
like
actually going on, and
and
translations,
like where
and all
it
that
came
sort of
from
stuff.
or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
that's probably like about the best thing you could find, really.
Yeah, it's kind of good that you've got these, but there's you would like the original sources of like you want to read the book of the Greeks writing about their story.
Yeah, but second best.
But he had access to those books at that time, but they're now obviously lost to us. But in 1489, it's released its entire version. It's in a printed copy, so there's printed copies of it being distributed. 1489. Basically, as soon as you can do a printing press, it's like they're releasing this book.
But not what was the big invention? Was it the Gutenberg printing press or whatever? But that was totally different.
Yeah, it's the same thing. The printing press. Yeah.
Oh, it's the same thing. Okay.
Yeah. Like I said, we originally treated it as it's like this written poetry. It's this song. All right. So here comes the next bit. All right. The story seems to be like a two-sided story where there's gods and there's people.
Okay. There's gods.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the gods are all fighting amongst themselves. The humans are all fighting amongst themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And they all pick sides in human wars. and the humans pick sides in the gods' wars, and they all kind of help each other out in these like weird ways.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it's just like it's really going to help. Look. I promise you, it will help if I turn into a bull and have sex with your wife. I promise you, it'll help me win the war.
I will go into. I have got excerpts to explain like that kind of the story, but anyway. So that's one thing. It's 15,693 lines is considered the standard edition.
Wait, how
fucking
long?
long.
1,500 pages.
15,693 lines.
I don't know how many pages is that. I've got no
And it's
idea.
divided into 24 books.
24 books.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Who was doing this play? How long's this fucking play go for?
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
days.
That's what I'm saying to you. This is fucking like, I somewhat hated starting this and regret
like-
decided to do it. It's fucking epic.
This is the song that never ends, you know?
Yeah, I definitely listened to it falling asleep for a while. All right. So
Oh, wait,
obviously,
you actually started listening to like the audio book of this?
oh yeah, I did the whole both of them.
You did all. How long's the recording of the audio
It's a
book?
couple of hours. It's not that long.
Oh, that's all. Oh, okay. So it's not. How's it 24 books? I'm so confused.
The books are really small. They're not writing on
Yeah.
paper. It's on fucking stones. It's one book per stone.
Fuck, dude! I should have read the Iliad when I was doing English back in the day, and they used to ask you how many books you read that semester.
To be honest, dude,
24.
there's like a 20-minute version on like YouTube that's probably just as good as the actual crap. Like it'll just explain like what the story's actually saying. The story just goes on. Again, I'll get there.
Yeah. So just gives you a quick like last week on the Iliad. It's like one of those, the last season or whatever.
You're saying that the books are all just full of basically like the starting intro. you got 2 minutes of catch up, the starting intro. You know how they redo that scene at the end of like, you know how like someone like pulls a gun on someone, it's like I'm about to shoot you and it stops. Like when they start the new episode, they go back like
they do
30
a little
seconds.
bit. Yeah. Every book's just one. It's just one page and then 3 pages of like pretext of or like whatever happened before.
Yeah. No, but it does go on its own little tangents too. Okay. It's obviously getting so many different versions, dialects. And includes themes of Kelos, which is glory. We'll talk about that a bit more later. Pride,
Kelos.
fate, wrath.
Okay.
It's described as a heroic epic, issues war, violence, heroic code, all that sort of stuff.
Okay.
All right, so let's go into an example of why the gods are stupid. All right, so we're basically just going to do, I'm just going to do not the story. We're just going to do like the first like bit, right? So it's all about the Trojan War. Okay. But it doesn't start until like 10 years in, 9 years in or something like that. Okay. So all the prequel to that is not part of the Iliad at all.
So not like the Trojan horse and all that.
No. Well, the Trojan horse isn't either, but that's after this. So what this seems to go from is, do you remember you've seen the movie Troy, right?
I've seen the start. I've seen the bit where what's his name?
The big guy at the start.
Yeah, I've seen
that's
that
the
bit.
start, dude. That's the first 10 minutes.
Yeah. I've seen probably about the first maybe 10 to 15 minutes.
Okay, well, there's a bit in there. Fuck, you're fucking useless. Like,
I'm familiar with. I'm familiar with the story, like of it's a well-trodden path. I feel like.
All right, so there's a bit where Achilles takes a girl from a temple. Okay.
Yeah.
And it basically goes from there until he burns Hector's body, which is Eric Bana in the Troy movie.
Okay.
The death, the horse bit are all not in the Iliad at all.
Oh, okay. How did they get added?
We'll get
there
to
are
that.
other stories. Okay.
We'll get to that.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. Like, you sort of go, I thought it was the story of Troy. No, it's like I don't know, 30% into the story
It's
till
just
about
part of
80%
the
of the story. Yeah,
story.
it's just like the
Yeah,
middle bit of the
that's weird.
story. It's not the start. It's not the end. It starts, like I said, 9 years of fighting. The siege of Troy takes 10 years. So they've been there the story starts with them 9 years into this siege.
What about this? If it's a grift, right? So basically you're saying this is some sort of song or whatever. So maybe there's like bands of traveling thespians who go around performing this. And they perform this bit, right? Like this 30% in to 20% before the end.
Yeah.
And then they're like, well, if you want to find out what happened in that other 15, 20%, whatever, then you can come into this tent and we'll explain it to you, but we'll only explain it to one person at a time. You know, like, so like they make all this extra money off people.
Yeah.
But they don't broadcast it at all.
It's like the premium content. It's like you
premium
distribute this
content.
free version to everyone to get everyone hooked, and then it's the only story going around. No one else has got anything.
And if you chuck in like an extra like gold coin, you get a lap dance as well while we tell you the rest of the story.
I think you're mixing your business models there. You don't. If you're getting a lap dance for a gold coin, you don't need the show.
You don't want a lap dance from a woman who's telling you the Iliad, the bits that were missing.
Look, if you had a choice, right? If it's like, do you want to go into A, the strip club, or B, the guy who's going to tell you a story, Iliad,
no.
while you're getting a lap dance?
No. She's telling you the story while she's doing the lap dance.
Yeah, okay. You want her to tell you the story
with no
of
music. Yeah.
I feel like the stripper who tells the story of the Iliad to you is not as hot as the one that doesn't.
Maybe. Anyway, okay. Very good.
Okay, so we're 9 years in.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're led by Agamemnon leads the army, right? Okay. So they sacked this town allied with Troy and captured 2 maidens.
Mm-hmm.
Chrysalis and Brias. That'll do.
Mm-hmm.
2 girls, right?
Okay.
Agamemnon, the king, he took one.
Okay, thank you for that.
And Achilles took the other one.
Okay.
You know who
Agamemnon
Achilles
is Achilles' king.
Yes.
Like he's the one who's Achilles fighting for. Okay, yep.
Yes. But it seems to be more like the battle is not about, it seems to be like a conglomerate of allied Greek states. And I'm fairly sure that Achilles is sort of his own sort of state. Odysseus, who's our guy from our future one, is also his own king. He's King Odysseus, but he's sort of under Agamemnon is the king of kings.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's like a Japanese, feudal system situation where everyone's allied and whatever. Yeah, I guess like same as the British monarchy was kind of like that. All like some of the lords were like, quite powerful, and you needed to convince them if you wanted to do stuff.
No, they seem to be different. No, they legitimately seem to be separate. They're separate,
fully separate
states
kingdoms. Yeah,
they're just sort of paying homage to this great king, and he sort of goes, "Hey, we're going to invade," and they go, "Yeah, okay."
Yeah. Well, it just keeps the peace. Like stops people from invading them and stuff, I guess.
Okay. So
otherwise you're out on your own.
So Chrysis, his father, this is the girl, was the priest of Apollo. Okay, so he offered Agamemnon a large ransom to return his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
Agamemnon refused, and he considered it a insult. So the priest decided to ask Apollo for vengeance.
And Apollo is the god of war?
The god of the sun. I think it's the god of the sun, isn't he?
I don't know. So, I haven't watched enough Hercules.
So this is where I'm going with like this whole thing of like, it's just like, hey, so he goes and asks Apollo to bring a plague upon them. And sure enough, Apollo brings a plague for 9 days upon the people.
Oh, does he now?
Yeah. And this forces the king to give up and sell and give into the ransom.
So apparently he's the god of light, music, prophecy, healing, and archery. How does he bring a plague? He's the son of Zeus and the Titan
Yeah.
Leto. Oh, Zeus was out there fucking Titans. I didn't know that. That's crazy. Apparently, he's the son of Zeus.
He's the only one that fights them.
No, he was fucking them. It says that Apollo is the son of Zeus and the Titan Leto. I didn't know he was banging them. I thought they were like monsters. Yeah,
he bangs everything. You're like, yeah, but remember he bangs goats and shit too, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You think he wouldn't bang monsters if you're banging goats?
Yeah, that's true. He loves it. Okay, so there's this plague. So he prays to, we've got a plague.
Okay. So Agamemnon agrees to give Chrysis back. So she decides to give it back to back to the priest.
Yeah, to end the plague or whatever. Yeah.
But decides to take Brius as compensation from Achilles.
Oh, okay. Wait, how long did this plague go for? You said like 9 years.
9 days. It says it's
9 days.
Of plague.
Okay. I was going to say you had to kept it for 9. Yeah, okay, 9 days. Yeah. Okay. And then he takes this other woman from Achilles.
He takes it off Achilles. Very important, off Achilles.
Yeah.
All right. Remember I was talking about that Kilos thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Kilos is the concept of glory earned in heroic battle. It is considered a fluctuating quality that can be given or taken, increased or decreased. In particular, Achilles is deeply concerned about Kilos.
Oh, it's a stat.
No, it's like
it's a stat.
Like glory, gravitas.
It's a player stat.
Yeah.
No, but you said it could go up and down.
Yeah, of course it can.
Yeah.
Okay. And this is considered also as prizes won in battle.
Okay, so he's removing, I guess so. He's removing this prize that he thinks that he's won.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Achilles is fucking furious. Says, I'm not fighting this fucking war anymore. You can go fuck yourself. Mm-hmm. Odysseus is mentioned as trying to solve this problem. So as, sort of like the middleman in this whole situation. And Achilles decides that the only thing he can do is pray to his mother, Thetis, the minor goddess of the sea nymphs, to help him.
Oh, yes. Okay, yeah, because his mum's a god. Yeah, so he's like a demigod. Yeah.
Okay, so that's sort of the first little clip of it. So it seems to be this whole sort of like going back and forwards with like, we do something, then someone asks a god to do something, then that thing happens. Then we do this, then we do that. Okay, so it's very like weird like that.
I'm not really sure. I feel like you're trying to make a point, but I'm not sure what that point is.
It's just like it seems like they just like the gods are like standing next to them the whole time, just like controlling everything. It's just everything that happened because a god said something about it.
Yeah, it's a bit soft. Just keep going to the gods. Help, they could just do something. It's like,
it seems like every bit of anything was just the god's fault.
All right, but we're getting the sense that they're heavily involved, like a helicopter parent type situation.
Helicopter parents. All right, we're gonna do the quick version of the rest of the story. Mm-hmm. They attack.
Who attacks?
The Greeks.
Achilles. Achilles attacks Agamemnon.
No, the Agamemnon's forces attack the city.
Troy.
Okay. They get pushed back. They realize that they need to get Achilles back in the fight. Achilles' friend, Procacles, decides to take his armor. Have you not seen the movie? This would have been so much easier if you just seen the fucking movie, dude.
No.
I thought we were going to go through this, but
I started watching it. I got bored.
Oh, fuck. Just go and watch Troy, everybody. The short answer is there's a whole battle. They're losing. They need to get Achilles involved, but his friend ends up Patroclus or whatever he is. I think he's a cousin in the movie, but I don't think he's actually his cousin.
Yeah.
He dies. Hector kills him thinking that he's Achilles. Achilles gets the shits. He rejoins the battle.
Mm-hmm.
He kills Hector. He then drags Hector around in circles around the city, disgraces his body. And then eventually
Pretty
his
just-
daddy comes and asks and begs, and he decides to let Hector be buried, and his body is burned. And the Iliad ends there.
Okay, that's pretty disrespectful.
Which you didn't know about again, it's in the movie. But like,
So, and then the burning of the body is fine. That's good. They want the burning.
well, yeah, the whole thing is he refuses to give the body back for a period of time. So that's
Yes,
actually a whole
I
like
see.
thing where he's like, I've got the body,
Yeah.
he's disgracing it. It's like, no, he needs to go back and be burnt with his ancestors, and eventually Achilles kind of goes back to that. Okay, so there's no mention in this fucking story of Achilles getting shot in the Achilles heel, and that's why we call it the Achilles heel.
Oh,
No
there's
mention
none
of
of
that.
that.
No mention
Yeah,
of that,
okay.
and how he actually ends up dying. No mention of a giant wooden horse.
Nothing.
Okay.
Does he do like? What does he do with the body? So like is that with that? Because you know how like they use tropes from that story for all sorts of stuff. Was there like a Weekend at Bernie's situation where he like props the body up and I don't know, does stuff? I feel like it's lazy of me just saying he had sex with the body, so we won't go there. But you know, he uses his house, uses his credit cards. Have you seen Weekend at Bernie's? It's pretty
I
good.
have. Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
No, but
I just watched it.
what Hector did do was steal his armor. That was part of the story. So because remember his friend
Hector.
took his armor into battle and he
Yeah,
died.
yeah.
Hector like full just
Hector
stole
had
his
his
full,
army.
stole that guy's armor and was wearing his armor. And the whole thing was the only reason he defeated Hector was because he knew exactly where the armor was weak. He was like, I got a hole in the back of the armor right there. You know, like I assume it was that kind of. I think it was in the neck actually, but he knew the weaknesses of the armor was the whole thing.
But he didn't fix them.
Hector should have fixed them.
No, like Achilles should have fixed the holes in his armor.
Yeah, well, yeah, probably. But maybe it was put there last battle.
Or it might not be a hole, it might just be a weakness. He just knows that his neck's exposed or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
So even though I've got a bunch of mentions of Odysseus, there talks about Odysseus fighting in the Trojan lines. We've got mentions of him being an embassy to try and like convince Achilles to fucking come back and fight before. So he's mentioned multiple times in the Trojan story. Okay. But in theory, there's an argument that states that these two stories are actually completely independent from each other.
Oh, they're just similar stories they're just about the same event, but totally different.
Well, yes. They're like, what I mean is like, it's not, yeah, you're right. It's two people telling versions of the story, but then it's not like they're a sequel. It's not like, well, first we had the Trojan War and then we've got Odysseus's, trip home.
Yeah,
It wasn't like that. It seems to be that they're independent stories that have just come together.
Oh, wait. Okay, the two. I see. Wait, hold on. Odysseus. You mean Odysseus and the Iliad, or like the Odyssey and the Iliad are two different stories? Or okay,
They're
and then
two
what
different
about all
stories?
this?
Yes, they're
What
different
about all
stories.
this stuff with the horse and that? Where'd all that come from?
That is mentioned in the Odyssey.
Oh, that's in the Odyssey.
That is in the Odyssey. It mentions that he builds a giant wooden horse.
Okay.
Okay.
And then I guess people have cobbled them together into
so
a
this is the
single
next
story.
Bit. The Aeneid.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aeneid.
You say this is the Aeneid. Aeneid. It's written by Romans 29 to 19 BC. So now we're 1,200 years after these events.
Okay.
Again, he seems to have taken. Remember, we were talking about those sources from before that, like the ancient Greeks had written about.
Yeah.
He seems to have claimed he's gotten from those sources that we no longer have.
Okay.
But his story is very dodgy. Okay, so the reason is he's actually writing the story about how the person who was from Troy is the person who came to Italy, settled, and became the leaders of Rome.
What? What are we talking? What are we talking about now?
This is what we're talking about. The Aeneid now.
Yeah. So okay. So he's saying, as in, like, that's just his view of the world, like in this book. That
there's a guy in 29 BC who's a Roman who started writing a story, and his story
he's saying
is
that the Greeks were Italian.
There's a guy
Roman.
called Aeneas. No, The first 6 of the 12 books in this story is the story of Aeneas wanderings from Troy to Italy.
Okay.
Okay, so
From Troy to Italy. Okay.
and it talks about the Trojan Wars, and it sort of brings the whole story together in a way.
So Aeneas is just like an onlooker. He's
It's
just
another
like a
it's another
witness.
story where someone's added all the bits.
Oh, I don't get it. But
That's what I mean. Dude,
like
it's
the whole
so
thing. They brought it all together. Basically, they brought it all together into an independent story, and they took little bits of each. Is that kind of
And it's not really. There's no guarantee that it's really that historical.
Mm-hmm.
They sort of put it all together. They're trying to make out that the ancient Romans were actually ancient Trojans, and they've got this deep history that's been going for all of human history.
Oh, conspiracy theory.
So this is like, I mean, they're saying that the Trojans are the founders of Rome.
Mm.
When they fled Troy, they came here, and that's where we set up this new great empire.
Before that, they were the Egyptians.
Well, yeah, it's like it linked them to the founding of Rome, and it's all.
Yeah, okay.
It's considered a great masterwork piece, but it's still sort of like it all just sort of brings it all together, and it's all very, very weird.
I'm surprised that they would want that because they lost that battle. I thought like the Romans would be like, no, like we've never lost a battle. Like that would be dishonorable. That they came from this weak civilization that lost this battle.
Yeah, you'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah. That they'd just be like, no, we're the Greeks or whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like the whole thing is like it's this great trick because of the horse thing. It's this whole like, well, they were tricked. They had this great empire. No one was going to stop them, but they were tricked. You see.
Mm.
So you got to be careful. They were tricked by those fucking no good Greeks.
They never really go into like, how'd they get out of the horse? Well, I would imagine it'd be pretty good if they just gave the horse, like they just slid out the cock. Like it's just a slide and they just all slide out one by one. Because I think in like, you see them like they open up the side or something, but that'd be pretty hard to get out.
Yeah.
But if you slid out the cock, that
But
seems
as I was saying
work.
before, these fucking stories are all fucking a disaster. All right. So quick version of the Odyssey. Again, we won't go into the actual story of the Odyssey.
They slide out the cock and they've just like, and they dress as like, they dress as horses. So that if anyone spots them sliding out the cock, they'll just be like, oh, it's just having babies. Don't worry about it. Just ignore those. That'd be all right. That's really dumb. That's good.
Well, like, it's only dumb because, like, everyone's like, well, now you're not going to do that anymore, are you? Like, anyone tries to bring any sort of life-size, like, if someone's like, here's a fridge, I'm just going to leave it in your, like, thing. You're going to open the fridge, just make sure there's no one in there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, some guy.
Yeah, there could be some guy just trying to sneak in your house. Anything that's bigger than, anything that can fit a human in, you got to check.
Really just anything now. Could have a camera in it or who knows what.
Like
some sort of, something to hack your, I don't know, hack into your Wi-Fi.
So do you know the Iliad? Oh, sorry, not the Iliad. We're now the Odyssey. Do you know the Odyssey?
I know that one fairly well. There was like a mini series from way back in the day, like the 90s or something. When I was a kid, I just watched it like a million times. Although,
that's good.
Yeah, I mean, I vaguely know. He goes on this thing and his like wife and kid are back in the home country and he can't get back and all these people are trying to marry his wife and shit. He's gone for like 10 years or something, isn't he?
Oh, no, it's like 20 years. He's gone for like 20 years.
Oh, damn.
No, but hang on. Change that back. So he spends 10 years at the Trojan War and then spends 10 years getting home.
Yeah, okay.
So he's technically gone for 20 years.
Yeah. There's no way his wife wouldn't have remarried. I can't remember what happens at the end. Does she kill herself or something? I can't remember.
No, he makes it home. Not a giant spoiler, but
there's no way she wouldn't have she would have remarried 100%.
You got to bring Matt Damon home. You can't have his wife being dodgy. So Yes, he does. He eventually comes home, but it's a whole
They
20-year
lived
journey.
short lives back then. There's no way she's hanging around 10 years, 20 years.
I don't know. I feel like of all the stories you've heard, you don't think that there's a chance that, like, if she was to marry one of these men, that men would immediately kill her and take the throne.
Yeah, true.
It seems a lot like that. So maybe she's doing that. Again, great work. Same thing. Obviously, it's the same time period. So they reckon it was written down 8th, 7th century BC, but probably based 12th century BC. It's a very different story. So one story obviously the last story is all about war. It's all war based. We're fighting a war. We're doing this. We're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
This one's more about adventure and testing one's character and the journey and the scars that are left behind and the emotion of it all. Like, it's quite emotional about, he gets quite emotional all the time about losing his friends, and he has
Odyssey.
he talks about sort of his night terrors from the Trojan War and all this sort of shit. Like, so it's sort of this sort of, it's a lot different flow. You were saying there were two different stories. It's a lot different flow. Like, one's all about like heroics and war, and the other one's all about like this man's
Emotional
epic struggle
stuff.
against nature and the gods.
Depression.
Yeah, like seriously, like fucking 12,000 years, whatever it is, fucking 3,000 years ago, depression is what it sounds like in some cases, or PTSD. Like, I swear he has
PTSD. Yeah, he's just having hallucinations, probably.
Yeah, no, there's an incident where he's at, like, one of the fucking thousands of islands that he visits on his fucking 10-year quests, where someone starts singing a song about the Trojan War and he just starts crying. Like, he just like breaks down in the middle of this thing. And I was like, why do you cry? This is a happy tale of victory. He's just like, I remember all my friends and shit like this, and it was awful.
But they were all there, weren't they?
No, they keep dying.
Oh.
But like, he's lost friends from the war, I think.
Yeah, I know, but I thought there was a few people on the quest with him.
There was.
He went back with like a bunch of people, right?
Yeah,
a bunch of them died, but yeah. So why are they not crying?
I think by this, let me assure you, no one makes it home except for him. Another spoiler. Okay. I should have spoiler alerted that one, but yes, it is a 3,000-year-old story. Yeah, he's the only one that gets back in the end.
Yeah, we really should. Maybe I'll have to cut that out of the episode.
No, you should just put like definitely spoilers.
Yeah, it's just like if you
there's no other story.
How long have you had? You had like, what would you say, like 800 years to read this?
800? It's 3,000.
3,000 years.
It's literally the oldest fucking story you could find.
If you don't know, yeah. If you haven't read it by now, you're not going to read it.
It's 12,000 years. It's 1,200 years before the Bible, for fuck's sake. Like, it's 1,000 years before the fucking Bible. Like, it's that fucking old. Like, so obviously he goes, it's all about him and his return journey. But it's also one of like, it's weird that one of the first stories is also a fucking flashback, right? Now, you were complaining about something in movies previously about people eating food off the plates, right? You know what really fucking...
What do you so that was an off podcast discussion.
Yes, that was an off podcast discussion. You didn't even
summarize it. And that's not about... which is just about, basically every rom-com movie where, somebody is going off to their high-powered lawyering job in the morning and, their spouse has cooked some massive breakfast and they're feeding the kids. And they just take half a piece of toast and run out the door. And so I think it's incredibly disrespectful. But yeah, well, but that's not a flashback.
No. What I'm saying is I hate the flashbacks. Like, no, I was talking about that being an annoying thing you find in movies. The annoying thing I find in movies
it's a waste of food.
Is when they do that bit. Is when they do that bit at the start of the movie where they just put the action sequence in for like 15 minutes. And they're like, let me tell you how we got here. And then we like jump back to like and we actually go to the actual start. And then we like have to go halfway through the movie before we find that action scene again.
Oh,
yeah, that annoys the shit out of me.
In the Odyssey.
Well, they do. Okay. Yeah, they actually do that in the Odyssey too, which I found strange that the oldest movie does the fucking like you know, he's on
this book,
here,
yeah.
sort of doing the flashback of him telling the story, and it's sort of like it goes that it's sort of time jumpy and non-linear would be the technical term.
Tricks have been around forever.
It's a sort of a non-linear story, and yeah, it's been around forever. But I find that I hate that part in movies.
You're probably wondering how I got here.
Yeah, it's so fucking annoying. It's so fucking annoying.
I don't know. I don't mind it. It works for some of them.
I get why you do it because, like, you want to show you're like, you don't want someone like you to fucking walk out of Troy in the first 10 minutes. You want to like hook them early.
Yes. I saw the other week was Discovery Day, the Steven Spielberg movie.
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh, fucking atrocious. It was so shit. It's like, so I saw this other movie. So there's this other movie, Megalopolis, by Francis Ford Coppola. Have you ever heard of him? He's like, did like Godfather, I think, and stuff. So he's like a very famous director. And he made this movie, and it was like this huge deal because he spent all his own money making it, like, who knows, 270 million or something, whatever, maybe more. He spent all his own money making it because, like, the studios, they wouldn't make it or whatever, but it was his dream and he wrote it, and then I saw it and I was just like, Jesus Christ, like, I know why the fucking studios wouldn't buy it. It was like the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. Like, it was so hard not to walk out, like, but I was just like, oh, I just want to have seen the whole thing just in case it gets better. It was fucking atrocious. But I walked out of Discovery Day and nowhere near as bad. Don't get me wrong, nowhere near as bad. But like, I was kind of like, oh Jesus, that was Steven Spielberg's, Megalopolis. First bad movie I've seen that he made. I think.
I got a good final line for the historical part of the podcast, at least.
Mm-hmm.
It goes, the Odyssey and Iliad form the basis of education for members of ancient Mediterranean societies. It was adopted by Western humanists, and the meaning of the text was so much part of the cultural fabric that individuals who have read it were considered irrelevant.
What? If you read it, you were irrelevant?
No. I think what's more implying is everyone kind of knew the story forever.
Yeah.
So, like,
there's no point in reading it.
It's just always been there.
Yeah. So there's no point in reading it. That's what you're saying?
No, not that it's irrelevant. Oh, never mind. Just fuck it.
I don't understand.
I don't have the patience. From what I gathered from that was it's talking about the fact that it's so historically, like, ingrained in all society that like everyone just had the Odyssey.
Oh, I see.
Like the Egyptians had the Odyssey.
It's baseline knowledge. Yeah.
It's baseline knowledge in every society. They've all got it.
Yeah.
That's a good explanation. Baseline. It's a baseline thing that everyone's fucking got.
Yeah, if you haven't read it, then you're sort of deficient.
Yes. You're
almost.
Like you would argue that literally every person for the last 4,000 years would have probably heard of it.
I don't know. I feel like there's probably there'd be people who haven't heard of it. I don't think my wife's heard of it. I don't think she'd heard of it.
I want to ask.
Like Troy, but like the name. Like if I said, like, have you heard of the story, the Odyssey? I don't know. Like she didn't know Odysseus and that. Like,
yeah, I guess not. But like, if you say,
Troy, yes.
Do you think there is a place that we could go to on this earth right now, build a wooden horse?
Troy? Yes.
Build a wooden horse and sneak into their thing. Everyone fucking knows.
Oh, it's
don't
such
accept
a culture.
the wooden horse.
Yeah, I mean, it's such a like a pop reference. Like think of like Simpsons or Family Guy or like what like I'm sure
it's
like
in
so
everything.
many shows. Yeah, it's in everything. I'm sure.
I think that's what the point I was trying to explain before.
Movies, it's ubiquitous.
That's what I was trying to say before with that other thing. But like it's just fucking in everything. Like the Odyssey is just like, and the bloody Iliad are just in everything, and everyone's society is just so ingrained. Like this whole system.
No, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, I just don't like what you said. But yeah.
I actually like that quote. Yeah, you think that everyone's heard of it. So good. But comments, concerns, issues with It's too much.
Too long.
Yeah,
So you
it's
didn't finish
too-
it? You didn't finish it?
No, I ended up just watching like half an hour, like retellings of it. I read sections of it.
Just watch Troy again.
No, I didn't even bother to watch Troy again. I've seen it that many times. I probably know what's going on. And it's obviously not historical. It's more like in the show, in the movie, it's, you know how he takes that girl. It's more like he like loves her and he's trying to look after her, and because he's such a nice guy. This he seems in the actual story, he seems more like the king stole my hoe.
Yeah, she's a possession.
He stole,
Yeah.
King stole my hoe.
Yeah, he stole this woman. He stole this woman
Yeah.
from wherever she was from.
Yeah, and that's why he's got the shits. So it's a lot more obviously like romanticized and fixed to cater to modern audiences.
To modern audience. Yeah. Women aren't objects anymore. Not like in the Iliad. Yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna see the Odyssey. Should be
Yeah.
good. Gonna see it in IMAX.
That's why I didn't want to tell the
That'd be
story
nice.
too much.
Well, but you already spoiled it.
Yeah. He lives.
You said like the one bit that you probably shouldn't have said.
Yeah, what do you mean? Well, I keep explaining this to people like, you don't be that stupid. Matt Damon lives. We save Matt Damon from places. That's what a good movie is these days. Losing Matt Damon and finding him somewhere. It doesn't work if he dies.
Yeah, it's very rare you find a movie now that sort of ends badly, where like the main character dies or whatever. I feel like it was much more common, 10, 20 years ago, 30 years ago. But now, like, almost never. And it gets to the point where you're just like, sometimes they have these happy endings and you're like, this doesn't even fucking make sense. like you just made the happy end, but like a sad ending would have made way more sense.
It's Game of Thrones all over again.
I haven't seen, I still haven't watched that. Can't be bothered.
Well, we'll ruin that one too.
Too many soliloquies, can't do it. People just staring out windows and fucking talking to themselves for like 5 minutes.
Yeah. You don't like that?
No, it's boring as shit. I need like whatever they made for did you ever see, what was it, Dragon Ball Kai? Where they just cut out all the shit? They need to do that for Game of Thrones. They just cut out all the shit.
Yeah.
And they just have like the core little bits. I'd watch that.
I reckon they should actually do like a person's story. Like just follow one character. Just pick a character. Like it doesn't matter. Like make it for all
they're
of them.
doing that now. They're doing that
but just
for
like
the Knight's Tale thing or whatever.
Yeah,
that
I like
thing
that
is
one actually. That was good.
Yeah.
But no, what I mean is like you just put like, here's this person's story and just play every clip that they're in for the whole show. Like just cut it so that it's just that person the whole time.
Oh, that'll work. Yeah.
And you could just like, people would just watch it for no reason. People are like, oh yeah, I'll just watch the whole story of this person again. There'd be enough characters to just follow that person. You're like, I wanted to see what that person did.
As in just with clips from the existing show or make a new show?
Yeah, just from the clips of the existing show. You just get the existing show, the 7 seasons, and then just go, all right, let's follow only Daenerys. I don't want to go off onto the side notes and follow the other 7, 8 stories going on. Just give me Daenerys.
Oh, yeah. That'll work.
Or just give me Tyrion, or just give me fucking Jon Snow. I reckon that'd be heaps good. They should make money off that.
Just Hodor.
Yeah, just Hodor.
He's not in that very long, is he?
I don't see why you couldn't you just do one character that was in one scene.
Yeah. Just this one guy. He's just, it's just like a 2-minute clip. And that was him.
All right, well, that's the Odyssey. You should go and see it. It's apparently the greatest story ever told and the oldest story ever told. Some stories only survive because they're good.
The worst story told by us.
Yeah.
All right. I think that brings us to a close. Catch you next week. History Squirt.